Hey Thomas, how are you?
Jonathan, I am doing fantastic. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good,
All right.
thanks.
Let's talk about the May report. It just came out there earlier this morning. Today's Friday, August 2nd,
Yep.
2024. The numbers are not good. 114,000 jobs. They were expecting 175,000. Here's the kicker. You break it down, 56% of the jobs were 60, what was it? 64,000 were in healthcare and 26,000 were in the hotel restaurant industry. Non-productive jobs, totally non-productive. So not a good sign of what's happening. Your thoughts on what you saw in the numbers?
Yeah, I think the last time we went over this, I think last month, 2 months ago, I guess it was
It
like
was
over
May. Yeah,
200.
we did the May report. So it was June. Yep,
It was like 206,000 that were added that time. So it's a
correct.
pretty significant decrease from that month.
Hmm.
It's below what they thought it was going to be, right, for the month of July or June. No, July.
July, correct.
And
You're drinking early. I know it's Friday. Go ahead.
right. I mean, listen, it's very concerning, right? Because that happened. Interest rates are still crazy. Inflation's still out there.
Hmm.
People are having problems paying the bill. So there's a lot of things out there. I think they said this was the highest unemployment rate. I think it was 4.3% since October
Yeah,
of 21.
it went from 4.1 to 4.3, and the U6 report, which I've been saying this to you, I'm
Yep.
telling everybody else out there, that's the true number. The U6 report will tell you because that's the total amount of people unemployed and underemployed, meaning they might have part-time jobs. So when they gave the report today, the first Friday of every month, they're giving the U3 report. So if you have two part-time jobs and another friend has two part-time jobs and you guys just got them in the month of July, they count that as four jobs. That's not realistic. That shouldn't be that way. But the U6 report is at now 7.9%. So it went up from 7.4% in the month of June now to 7.9%. So we're not sitting in a good place. We're not. You mentioned the interest rates. Are the interest rates crazy? In my opinion, they're not because I think it should be 5% across the board, always should be 5%. Because I was taught when growing up, put your money in the bank, let it earn interest. You don't earn interest on, a half a percent, 1%, 2%. You want 5% minimum. That's the way it should be, so you can't have all this free money that they did, for about probably about an 8 year period with
Yeah.
low interest rates and people buying, mortgages and that. So, you got to be fair in that sense. I do know Elizabeth Warren, Senator Elizabeth Warren, she's blaming Powell for the reason the numbers are bad. The Democrats don't want to take the blame. They want to blame Powell because you lower the interest rates. You can't lower the interest rates because you look at the consumer product index. It's not there yet.
I mean, the problem
It,
is that mortgage rates right now are 7, maybe 8%, depending on where you're going.
yeah.
Um, do that, compound that with all-time highs for real estate. You're not finding people that are graduating college in their early, mid, late 20s being able to afford houses right now.
Yeah, but the
Um,
kids the kids today aren't the ones that are going to be buying houses, okay?
they
Like
can,
I'm
yeah.
Generation X, okay? We're following the baby boomers. So the percentage of people that in Generation X that own houses just over 60%. People that are millennials like you is less of that percentage, okay? It's in the 50s. And they're expecting the generation what do you call it? Um what do they call these guys? Generation Z's? I think that's what they call them. All right, that it's like it's the old adage what Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum said, you'll own nothing and be happy. That's what they're moving towards, They want people to be in a renting, frame of mind. You got to be
Yeah.
smart and own. But yes, you're right. With the high prices of houses the way they're at, they're out of hand. Okay. I know on Long Island, a three-bedroom ranch in Massapequa just sold for $845,000 the other day. And I'm like, that's insane, insane.
That's very, it's crazy for anyone that wants to buy, right? So you're
Yeah.
right. Most of the younger generation aren't even thinking that way, but there are people that are trying to and they just can't. So they're stuck in that, position where they are living with their parents or renting or whatever it may be. But listen, it's a very tough time for people that are starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I've even people that are in the business right now. I mean, I talk to businesses, every day, and I'm hearing it again. People are really, looking to save money. They're trying to figure out how they can cut costs, get
Hmm.
expenses out of the company.
Sure.
And they don't know, they really don't know what the right thing is to do. I'm having to walk them off the ledge half the time because they don't even know if they should be doing this anymore half the times because they see all the cost of business and what they're generating is not covering that, and then that's why they're calling us because they're like hoping that we can come in the door and just magically just create new income, but we try to go over like the steps that you have to take.
Yeah, it's understood. The thing is this. I mean, we've been in a recession, I feel, for almost probably about 9 months. Okay. But the government doesn't want to admit that. Businesses on Main Street are feeling it, and they have been feeling it. So, you know, unfortunately, a lot of consumers out there, they'll just keep spending. But now, you're seeing places like Walmart supermarket, their numbers are up because now people that wouldn't shop at, Walmart supermarket, they rather go to, the regular grocery store in the neighborhood, but they can save a few dollars at Walmart. They're going there now. So you're starting to see people cut back. It's the old adage, a dollar, dollar saved is a dollar earned.
Yep.
It's a little late in the game for that right now. But things are expensive. When you look at the CPI report, just like the unemployment report, the government doesn't give the true numbers. CPI report, they don't include like housing, they don't include like the gasoline and utilities and that number when they actually put the equation together. When it comes down to the U3 report for the unemployment numbers, they're including people working part time and full time together. That's not the way you do it. You look at the overall household income being brought in, it's less than it was under the Trump administration. I think the Biden administration has failed, to bring this country a more productive way. Manufacturing jobs are basically been slashed tremendously in a downward way. And you need manufacturing because that's productivity. It goes to your GDP. But we had COVID, and actually Biden tries to claim, oh, all those jobs that came back from COVID job creations. Come on, man, cut the bullshit. That's like playing like a Ponzi scheme. You can't be doing that. All right. That's like, being a student in class. Oh, I got those points, No, you didn't. Bottom line is this. What jobs have you really created? Stop like, polishing everybody off here in this country. You failed. All right.
Yeah,
Your thoughts.
well, that last part irritates me a lot with people not really understanding, right? Every time that he went up before, not he doesn't care anymore, he's not running, but a big part of his campaign was that he created the most jobs ever or whatever it was. But anyone, I mean, you're really trying to trick everyone that's listening to you because that's not the truth. The truth is that America, the world shut down. A lot of people
Mhm.
got laid off. A lot of people were fired, excess, whatever it may have been. And yeah, there were jobs. There's a huge job shortage because of no one doing anything. Gasoline went all time low. So we knew this. But for the people that forget or the people that just don't pay attention, those weren't new jobs created. Those were jobs that people had before. And now, I mean, maybe they didn't go to the same job because that company may have not continued to exist. But it's just information. It's false information. It's not right.
Yeah. And the thing is this, Kamala Harris has been against fracking. She's, wants to go all green, sign a green bill. This is what she
Mm.
had said prior to be, the nominee for the Democratic Party for president. You know what? If you shut down fracking, you're shutting down over 500,000 full-time, good-paying jobs in this country. Where are you going to replace them? That's the thing. These people do not think. They're not business people. They're just politicians. Hey, it's like the old adage. Jonathan, if you lie to the government, you'll go into prison. Okay. It's called perjury. If the government lies to us, they're called politicians. No, there's no ramifications for them. That's how much bullshit it is. True bullshit. Feels like
I
I need
mean,
a bullshit button over here. Bullshit, bullshit.
it's really that's 100% like what you see, right? I mean, if they don't lie to you, they're not going to win. That's the way it has been, right? And people like us, aren't paying attention. They're not looking at the right things. So really, again, it doesn't really matter who you want to vote for or who you want to align yourself with.
Mhm.
what matters is, or it doesn't even matter. You shouldn't pay attention to what they're saying because you don't know that if that's true. I think it's really important that the voters are educated and they do some real research, not on CNN, not on Fox. Like, do some real research. What did they do? What did they believe in? What did they say? And just you'll figure it out that a lot of what people are saying is not true. Yeah.
100%, of course. Hey, listen, hopefully we've given you some creative knowledge today. We appreciate you listening. If you haven't joined our tribe, please join our tribe. If you could hit that thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Take care.
Take care.